find love.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Tomato slices cause the devil to arise out of the sandwich. AKA, do you put tomato slices on your sandwich?
No, fuck off. I don't put tomatoes on other shit, and I'm Italian.
Not on a normal grilled cheese, nah, but like, my grandma, because I mean she's English, right? She makes grilled cheeses like a single, like an open face sandwich, like just one slice of bread. So it's like one slice of bread, like actual grated cheddar cheese, and then a tomato slice, and then like in the oven. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like different, but like with an actual proper grilled cheese, no, you don't put a tomato slice.
You don't put tomato slices on grilled cheese.
Nah.
That's it. You don't do that. You can have tomato soup on the side, because that's the dipping option. If you choose to dip, then dip. But don't half-ass it by saying, I don't really want a soup, so let me put a full, disgusting, red...
No, tomato, just sandwich. Like wet fucking tomato is gross. I hate it on a sandwich. I like tomatoes. I don't love plain tomatoes, you know what I mean? It's just like the best grilled cheese I ever had, actually, that I used to make is you get sourdough bread, you fucking toast that shit, grill it, in butter, and you use fucking cheddar cheese, the sharpest shit you can find, arugula, and hear me out, don't freak out, you black guys, apricot spread.
What?
I almost said mayo.
I thought you were gonna say like chicken or something, or watermelon. Like, don't freak out, you black guys. I was gonna say, like, are we
don't
deep
freak
frying
out.
it in Kool-Aid powder, or...
No. It'll just be, Yeah, no, we're gonna deep fry it in Kool-Aid powder. That's the final step.
Okay.
And with that, boys, it is time. Welcome to the third episode of Podcast Simulator. I'm your host, Smatter, and I'm joined by... Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
My name is Pbat. My name Jeff.
Welcome, Jeff.
Is it funny jokes? Is it memes?
The
chat?
point, dude, stop.
Is it meme chat?
No more
Is it meme chat? This is a meme-centric podcast. We just speak like top line, bottom line, and the bottom line is always the punchline.
Did you guys know? Tomatoes are evil.
Yeah.
Punchline.
Yeah, but who are you?
I'm Fats. I'm an entertainer, broadcaster, and the greatest human being to live since CM Punk.
Ooh, that's a bit bold of you.
I'm Pbat. I'm entertainer, broadcaster, and the greatest human being to ever live.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm Pbat.
Hey, one up.
And I am the blackest member on this episode.
Correct, sir.
Yeah, and that's all. No one's gonna contest me on that, so that's all I need to say.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm testing out. If you are watching and not listening, I'm currently testing out my Halloween costume of black entire everything, black face, black arm.
Yeah, how did you do the arms?
I rubbed my face on my arm.
Oh, okay.
It's the best way to do it.
Cool. Alright, so for those of you just tuning in and don't know what the hell we do, we're just gonna fuck around a lot and talk about video games. Sounds, good?
Yeah.
Because you have no choice.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, you could just turn it off, right? Or if you're, like, listening to a podcast, you could just stop it and be like, those guys were mean.
Yeah. Well,
like,
we're mean because we care, you know?
I can't listen to this. There's too many black guys. There's, like, some investment banker. Alright, so for those of you who also don't know, we start with a little bit of a guided meditation.
I'm excited.
So if you're waiting in line in the supermarket, and there are lines in the supermarket, and it drives you crazy, or if you're getting a prostate exam, close your eyes. Actually, you'd probably do that anyway for the exam. Well, anyway, close your eyes, relax. Let me take you on a little journey. You are 30-something years old. You are in your bank. No, you don't own the bank, you just work for it. What do? You investment bank. And what does that get you? Bank. And as you look out the window towards the river bank, I can't keep running with the bank thing. You see piles and piles of cash right out that window, but you can't leave because it's not yet your break. And your boss won't let you. And your boss is a real piece of shit. He's just a fat, fucking, sweaty guy who's, like, got the sweatiest underbreasts you've ever seen. Well, maybe not the sweatiest, but still pretty close. But, you know, I backed off on that insult and that categorization of him because I kind of like my boss. But he is a piece of shit still, and he won't let me go outside and get that fat cash outside. And you know what? My wife is gonna leave me, and I'm fed up, and I just want to break out of the bank life. I'm 30-something. I want to be 30-something, you know? I don't want to be just an age crunching numbers. I want to be a man. So I jump out that window, and there's just shards of glass everywhere, and my fucking stomach is bleeding, and your fat fucking boss waddles over too late because you bled out and you're dead, and that is it. Thank you. I hope you're all feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that was going.
I still think I'm bleeding.
Yeah, I am too. No! Right? Wouldn't that be something? If you're feeling like you're bleeding and your blood is pouring out of you, then the meditation worked.
Yeah. Successful.
Yeah, so now I feel good. Alright, so we got some stuff to talk about today. The first and foremost, speaking of bleeding out, the Overwatch beta, we have a date.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It is October 27th. Fats, you got to play it, correct?
I played an earlier rendition at PAX East.
Oh, I wish I could
This
have.
year. I played with fellow streamers as well as with our other friend DM Brandon.
Who?
And DM Brandon, caster, commentator.
DM Brandon.
Is he
my
the black
God.
one or the gay one?
You were just talking about 30-something bosses. Like, that's
Oh,
Danny and Brandon. Come on.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's a good one.
The sweaty underbreast Brandon.
SW Brandon. But we got to play at PAX East, and I am beyond excited. Especially since if you were on Twitch this week, you would see that Elheim had a chance to broadcast from Blizzard headquarters while playing the game in its current rendition. And they've added many characters since I've played, and I saw them do stuff, and I cannot even articulate how badly I want to be playing those characters doing that stuff.
And I think the reason it's going to be successful is because, like, one, Blizzard knows what they're doing. Granted, they've had some blunders in the past, but they're such a machine that we can trust it now.
Yeah, but how big were these blunders? Like, name me one big failure that
the
Blizzard
Diablo
has
launch,
had, like,
Diablo
ever.
3 launch.
Okay, fair.
Fair. But they know better. Like, the Hearthstone beta was kind of a shit show, and I have a feeling this one may go down that way. I'm very much afraid. But the problem is they're making the right choice, like, in terms of the market, right? What's popular now? MOBAs. That's the trend. We talked about it last episode. Brandon was saying, like, that's the thing. People want abilities. People want to invest in their characters per game, level up, and make cool plays using fun abilities. And it's like cooldown management. So they're merging that with FPS, which is a genre that will always sell. And they throw in that Blizzard charm. And by the way, they have really laid on that Blizzard charm. And for, like, a game that's not relying on any past Blizzard games, I think they hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm an FPS player myself. I played competitive TF2. It's just everything I want. But I know on October 27th, I'm gonna wake up and not have shit. I'm gonna be a pleb.
Yeah, man.
I'm being very upset that you
all
didn't
I'm
get in.
saying.
Well, Brandon and Fosh will be able to play it. That's for sure.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, in the long term, I don't think Blizzard has had any long-term failures, which is the good thing. Like, I mean, maybe like immediately in the moment, like you said, the Diablo launch and initially with the Hearthstone beta, but like in the early stages of things, or in the longer stages of things, I don't think Blizzard. I mean, I think Blizzard knows what they're doing, which is great.
Yeah. It's just so the way the beta is gonna work, for those of you who don't know, on the 27th, if you are in one of the select accounts, I don't know what you have to do. Apparently they're just turning it on server side. It's not like a code or anything like that.
Yeah.
You will be a closed beta tester, and you'll have access to it all the time, assuming it doesn't go down, which it will, because it's a beta. But then, they're doing the smart thing, which they didn't do during Hearthstone, excuse me, was have open weekends, where everyone can play. They can test server load. It's going to be a shit show, too, I have a feeling, at least the first one or the first two. But you will get a chance to try it. It just pisses me the fuck off that, like, I'm going to be a pleb, you know? And, like, any closed beta guy who's a streamer is just going to have a bajillion fucking views. And, like, I don't know. I'm an FPS player. I'll be like, I want to get in on that early and be a part of the Overwatch community. I want to commit myself to Overwatch. I want to put a ring on it, as you guys might say, right?
You guys.
You guys.
Yo, Queen Bee.
Oh, man.
But, like, I really want to commit some time to it. I want it to be my next game that I play exclusively.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, Fats, what did you think of it? Like, how did the flow feel? Like, what was wrong with it? What was good with it at the stage at which you played it?
Alright, so obviously, since it's not a typical FPS, balance is always an issue. some things were not very balanced when we got to play it. For example, the character Tracer, small girl, 2 pistols, has the ability to blink in and out of combat.
And rewind.
And Chronos, if you place my Chronos ult. Yeah, dumb. Some character abilities felt really lackluster, like the character Reaper. He has 2 shotguns. One of his abilities makes him just fly around with his arms in the air, and he's unable to be hit. And
is that a movement ability? Is it a movement ability? Or does you target it right and you move, correct?
No, that's the teleport. I was gonna get to that.
Oh, okay,
this
yeah, okay.
Ability is,
I'm confusing
the
the
Wraith
two.
Form, where you're unable to be damaged. You're just floating around casually. It's a good way to distract.
Casually.
People. Casually, you just hands in the air. Just I'm floating over
here. Hands up, don't shoot.
His teleport is by far one of the worst movement abilities I've ever played in a video game, where you aim it on some part of the map. You can't go too far. You can't go too far. You just gotta aim it somewhere. Then he proceeds to pick his shotguns up, cross his chest, which is like a good 1.5 second wind up, or 2 seconds actually. You're standing still, unable to do anything. Then you teleport, and then you have to take the shotguns down before you can even move.
Yeah.
Very garbage.
Yeah.
And his reload animation is to drop the shotguns, correct?
Which is awesome.
He just that's cool. It's cool when it's the reload animation.
Fuck this gun. Fuck this gun.
I mean, everything I've seen of the footage of the most recent stream, he seems actually in a better place.
Obviously they're gonna touch it up since I played it. I mean, that was
Yeah.
months and months and months ago, 5 months ago, back in March or April, whenever that happened.
It was in January.
PAX East was not in January.
Was it?
March.
It was in March? Am I late?
PAX East is always March.
Oh, I'm confusing it with Smite World Championship. Duh.
Okay.
Hey, come on, guys. It's late.
No,
it's late.
None of that.
I didn't get to play.
Yeah,
Overwatch.
we walked around.
The lines.
We resolved to get in that line, Pbat, and we just didn't.
Yeah. We tried a bunch of things. Fats, did you get to see or play Winston? Because like that's the character I was looking at. That's my
Monkey.
boy. Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk for the next couple seconds.
One life, I guess. I played him once, and I did not enjoy him at all.
Okay.
Obviously, he has a Tesla gun, which is pretty good for chain damage, but I didn't really like it.
Okay.
It didn't work as well as the other characters at that point of the game in terms of balance. There were characters that outshined him. Reinhardt, the guy with the giant shield.
Reinhardt is so good.
The guy with the giant shield who can move with a shield and tackle people with the shield. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully he's in a better place now, because that's the one character I was actually looking at was Winston. So.
What character are you looking at, Smatter? Knowing how you are, I would assume you. At first, I was thinking you'd play Soldier 87, but now Junkrat is in the game.
No, I would play Pharah and probably Junkrat. Pharah's rocket launcher has 6 shots in it. She's got a rocket jump on a 10-second cooldown, and she's got a knock-up ability that does a little bit of damage. I'm all about knocking people up and air-shotting them. I was a Soldier player. That's what I want to do. And her ult is just huge, like, area denial. And, no pun intended, aerial denial. Junkrat, it looks a little bit weird. I don't know how I feel about his ult. A little bit, like, very niche, hard to land, but, like, I do like his kit.
I saw the radius on the ultimate, and it's
huge.
During gameplay, and it's really big.
Yeah.
And it basically one-shots a lot of characters. Some of the less tanky characters will die.
Well, I mean, he's not very tanky himself, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah, I think he's, like, not as low as Tracer, but a little bit higher. But still pretty low.
I believe Tracer's probably going to be the lowest health character in the game because of the movement.
Yeah, she has to be. And she gets like, to forgive her mistakes. What I wonder is what I don't, like, if there's, like, a damage reduction or something, or, like, a brief delay when she uses her rewind.
I doubt it.
I mean, it might be very small, just so, like, to prevent, like, small issues with it, like her being bounced out of it, or, like, a situation in which you can't use it besides, like, a silence or a stun or something. Like, they do that in TF2 with the Dead Ringer on the Spy. Like, it's just a thing that lets him feign death, so he kind of gets, like, a brief damage, or he did, I think they changed it recently. He got, like, a damage reduction thing on it when he popped it. So you can kind of get away and you wouldn't get immediately murked. But I'm beyond excited. I know I'm not going to get to play it. If anyone at Blizzard is watching, I said this before, I will wear a fucking Blizzard shirt every day until the beta, from the duration of the beta, if I get in on the 27th. I'll wear it to work.
Watch it.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I actually got to go buy a Blizzard shirt, like, right now. That's Paladins, right? I can wear my Paladin shirt. Yeah, Paladins.
Speaking of Paladins, that's soon, too.
Yes, it is. Is there a date?
I don't think they've set a date yet.
Back at TwitchCon, I got the window of 6 weeks. It's already been like what, 3?
It sounds like an internal number. I bet it's like, yeah, it's probably a bit longer than that.
It's longer than that, but it's not gonna be more than 2 months out from that date.
Yeah.
Most likely, that like they're gonna rush it, especially with Overwatch beta coming out.
They have to. They pretty much, it's sink or swim. But like, they're not gonna beat the Overwatch beta.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just such bad timing. They're gonna be competing with Overwatch because I mean they're both very similar games. I think that it's gonna be kind of like a League of Legends Smite thing where they're not necessarily gonna try and compete to overthrow one, but they're gonna try and do what they can to exist beside it.
Yeah, and supplement the market. I mean, the game has a lot more polish already than Smite does, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. Like Smite's older, of course.
Mm.
Again, the problems I have with Paladins, for those of you who don't know, it has like a card system, kind of like Titanfall, where you pick a card when you level up and it gives you abilities, but like the abilities don't, like, some of them don't feel potent right away when you take a card. It's random which cards you get, and also the card screen takes up the whole damn screen. I think they should tier it a little bit. Because right now, like, the thing that makes Overwatch cool is like you have cooldowns, right, which Paladins has, but you have to build towards your ultimate. In Overwatch by doing damage or healing or whatever your role is, right? But in Paladins, like, you could just get a sick card really early. Like, I wish there was like a set of like tiered cards. Like, okay, like when the first 3 levels you can get these power strength cards, and then as you level more you get towards better ones. Because there's no ultimates in that game. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel it lacks. Like, it lacks that true, like, it's hard to watch the cooldowns on enemy champions. Or enemy paladins, I guess.
Heroes.
Yeah, enemy heroes. Yeah, first of all, can we talk about why they called it paladins? I don't know why. It's like...
I'm not going to question it. There's no paladins in the game.
Yeah, point one right now. Yeah,
game.
there's no paladins in the fucking game. It's like, they could have went with anything else. I think they wanted a one-word game, and like, everything else is taken. Like, we want warriors. No. Heroes. Legends. No, definitely can't touch that one.
There might be like a lore thing. I'm sure there's a lore thing, but like...
They could have just went with shooty guns.
Shooty guns. It's like, okay, it's called Paladins Champions of the Realm. They love their little fucking subtitles, too.
The colon life.
Battleground of the gods.
Oh, God. So even, like, Overwatch, like, the name is just so good. It's like a real word. You've heard it before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just know what they're doing.
And knowing how Blizzard runs things is going to be very lore-heavy.
Yeah. Which is fine, which is what we want. That's what Valve does with their games, with their TF2 stuff. If you ever read the comics... and really delve in there is like a rich amount of backstory that, like, their philosophy is we make games which should be fun. The world surrounding the game should also be fun.
Well, here's one thing that's going to be really interesting in regards to Paladins. I mean, Smite, every character they released already has lore.
Yeah.
Tons
they
and
bend
tons
it.
of lore.
They take
so
like
this is the chance for Hi-Rez Studios themselves to show that they actually have a writing team and give us something in relation to these characters.
Oh yeah. I never considered that.
Why is Fernando here? It's fake Ares. Why is he here? Oh, he used to really like Ares and Smite, and he put a suit on. Oh, that's great lore, Hi-Rez.
Yeah, good job. You just took the same kit, moved it over. But that is it's a chance for them to test themselves, because that's another reason why people like games besides like competitive nature and like the actual gameplay. People like to be like a part of the world. Like, there are some games I don't even play anymore, but I still like the universe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I just hope I hope they can nail it. I really do. It's like, if it doesn't,
they kind of have to nail it. Like I said, it's just really bad timing because there's Overwatch and there's also, what's that other game?
Gigantic?
No, is it like Dreadnought or something?
I've heard Dreadnought. Yeah, I've heard it. I never played it though, or looked at it.
I don't. There's another. I'm
think
sure
that's
Chad will say something, but I know there's another big like arcade type shooter coming out.
Is that Gigantic?
I think.
Oh, Battleborn.
Yeah, Battleborn.
Oh, that's from 2K. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's been at the last couple PAXs as well. They've been showing that game off pretty hard.
I haven't looked at it enough, and have you guys played it? Looked at it?
I've looked at it. It looks pretty decent. And a lot of people are kind of hyping it up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Hi-Rez has a lot of competition with Gigantic, mainly being Overwatch, but there's other ones they have to look out for as well.
I just think they'll never compete with Overwatch, genuinely.
Well, yeah, they won't compete. That's what I was talking about. They're going to kind of just have to exist beside it.
Yeah. They just have to exist in Blizzard's world.
Yeah.
And we all do. And we're all in their hands because please give us beta access on the 27th. Please!
Yeah, I think it's gonna only be like a handful of people on the 27th, and I think it's gonna be me because I think they're doing the whole like account seniority kind of thing.
Well, I have that. Like, I did get early access to the Heroes of the Storm alpha.
Okay.
Brandon got it like a couple weeks before me. I think like 2 weeks, so I wasn't far behind. But it's good. I mean, everything about this beta is looking to be better than Hearthstone. Hearthstone had like they had weird invite shit going on, and like people were like scrambling to get into it. They were killing themselves.
Did they say when they're gonna send out the emails? Like, I don't. It's gonna be before the 27th, obviously.
Oh yeah.
27.
I don't know.
Totally
Maybe just log into your Blizzard client and you see install.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat pointed out that it's kind of weird that now like games like TF2 inspired are like coming out now and are popular, whereas like TF2 was out, came out 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, one of the philosophies Valve had in making the game was like the characters should be easily distinguishable. Like, if you saw a silhouette of them, and they just like filled them with like so much like rich like one character and like color, and that's the sort of thing that was like really cool because we're done with the fucking war simulators, the fucking exploding buildings. Like, it just looks cooler if it's cartoony. It sounds stupid. Yeah. It's the same reaction people had to remember when Wind Waker. Fucking Wind Waker came out, people were like, this is bullshit, it's cartoony, it's a baby game, and like everyone hated it when it came out, but everyone's like, oh my god, Wind Waker. Oh, it's so good.
It's the best Zelda game.
So far ahead of its time. Yeah, like they had it. Yeah. They did. I mean, good art direction can carry a game.
And it's kind of like a trend kind of thing. Like there's big trends like genres. Like not so long ago it was shooters. Like shooters were the big thing, and now
shooters are always big. I feel like.
Yeah, but then there's also things like, oh, let's make some sort of like hyper-realistic looking game. Let's see how far we can push the boundaries. And
Crisis, yeah.
Exactly. And then there's also little things like themes. Like we had around when Skyrim was being released, like one of the big themes in games was dragons, and then like not too long ago it was like zombies, and it's now we're kind of going to like a lot more of like a mythology, sci-fi kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of
people want that. People like the fantasy stuff. I mean, admittedly, I like my underbreast starts sweating when I think about fantasy universe. It's such a good word. It's like also not a word.
it's close.
It's a phrase.
Yeah.
The underbreast.
Apparently, according to the chat, the Battleborn beta comes out October 29th, so this is going to be like one clusterfuck of a month.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's got to be something that I'll enjoy, and if I don't, I'll just keep playing League of Legends and Metal Gear.
I mean, we got next month till Fallout, bro. So
oh yeah, we do have Fallout. I just like we're getting so close.
It's gonna be really hectic end of the month, beginning of next month.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Holiday season.
Everyone.
Always holiday season.
God, I was gonna say like it would take a big shit on my wallet, but it just won't. It won't matter. I'll be fucking loving it.
Yeah.
Just stack the games on and look at my credit card, not feel anything. Hit pay.
I need a credit card.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have a credit card.
You don't have a credit card yet?
I'm a child.
Wait, you didn't have a credit card, Pbat, right? In when we went to.
No, I did. I just didn't have it with me. I think I got my credit card when I was 19.
You should get it when you're like 17. As soon as you can piggyback credit on your parents.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. The new theme of this podcast is finance.
Credit.
It's personal finance simulator. We started with investment banking. You should have seen it coming. So yes, you should absolutely get a credit card when you're young. I remember when I was young, we lived with my grandmother and she lived in the house. The credit card was in my name and it became through my mother's. She can get you in. You can call up the credit card companies. She should just pay groceries, bills on there, built credit. Now I was able to buy a car, buy shit I like.
Yeah.
And I parlayed that into a job.
Get a credit card. Just don't be an idiot.
Yeah, no, please. I never spend more than I have. This is getting genuine. This is no longer a joke.
Video games.
Yes, all right. Are there any finance video games?
Finance video games?
Yeah,
I'm sure there's simulated
indie
actual
game creator.
Oh, or every fucking mobile game.
There's something that just came out on Steam. I think it was called Human Resource something.
Wait, really?
Human Resource Machine.
Is this a real thing?
I don't know. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's like an.
I'm googling this. I gotta see it.
It's an actual simulator thing, but Human Resource Machine is a thing that came out. I don't know what it is.
Steam. I'm looking at it.
Sounds like it could be.
Welcome, new employee. This video, Human Resource. Okay, it's kind of cutesy.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, it does look pretty decent. Let me scroll down and see if it has early access.
I think so.
It's not. Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's fully out.
Wow. Good on them.
It's so bad that it's like a surprise when something's not early access.
Oh yeah, Adventure Capitalist or whatever. Isn't that a game too?
Not really.
That's what chat's saying. I don't know what that is. Oh right, yes, I've seen this too. God damn, there are finance games. We should do a whole episode on them. No,
Please
a whole
no.
podcast on one.
Welcome to Finance Simulator.
Welcome to Personal Finance Simulator.
Personal finance.
No, we're not doing corporate or anything. We only care about ourselves. Oh God, I love simulator games. To be truth be told, I like them when I'm on the bus, but I can't commit to them anymore. Besides like Prison Simulator, because there's like a huge amount of depth to them.
Well,
But
that's
games
what I
like
was
this,
saying, yeah.
I would just tear through.
Yeah, I was saying like when I was a kid, I used to play like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but now I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the attention span for it anymore.
Yeah. All right, let's move on from Overwatch and stuff. Other big news: the Steam controller and Steam Link is out. My buddy actually has both. And for those of you who are aware of what it is, it's kind of like a set-top streaming device. So what it does is streams your game from your computer. So if you have a high-end machine and you got a TV, you just bring your controller over and you can do it. It's pretty good over wireless, I hear, but that's a crapshoot. Depends on what your setup is.
Yeah.
I'm sure there
The
can be
usual.
plenty of fucking people who buy it and be like, it didn't work, it's shitty, blah, 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 and they're just going to misrepresent it in their reviews of it. But it is a good thing. I have seen them, and I've done it, like, you could do that now, in-home streaming with, like, 2 computers. I used to set my laptop up to my TV, and I used to play games with the controller on my TV right from my computer. The Steam controller itself has, like, a D-pad that functions as a, like a mouse trackpad as well, and it's really nice.
Yeah, no, that looks really cool. On the right side of it, there's like a little track, like a circular trackpad on the controller, and it looks really nice. Because that's what I was wondering. I know not all games are controller compatible, but I'm sure that was kind of there.
You know, because the way it works is it literally streams a portion of your screen that is the game, right?
Okay.
So you can minimize your game and then use your computer, which is attractive. And what makes it like crazy good is it's $50.
Really? Wait, for both the controller and
controller is like 40 or 50 as well. But the thing itself is $50. I believe it will work. You can kind of rig it with like an Xbox controller if you've got a USB or something, which isn't a raw deal. And if you're worried about connectivity, you can get one of those like Ethernet things that plugs into your outlets. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That will help dramatically.
Sure.
It depends on your house too, but apparently it's good in old homes. It's like hit or miss. Don't do it in an apartment building. You give all your friends, or sorry, not your friends, all your neighbors free internet. They will be able to see all your horse porn.
I think that's just you, Sam. I don't think horse porn is a I mean, well, what was that one thing?
It's probably a
What
category,
one thing?
But
Chat, what was that one thing? Mr. something.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands. Oh my
Mr.
God.
Hands.
What a nice horse! I never got through all the video, but that was one beautiful horse.
Oh my
Chat,
God.
we just told every listener out there about horse porn.
No,
That's
okay.
not good.
Funny
Chat,
story.
please don't
about-
Google Mr. Hands.
Yeah,
Please
do not
Google
do it.
Mr. Hands.
Especially if you're in line at the supermarket, you're gonna start thinking twice about that loaf of bread you're buying.
Oh God.
My mother, she's a horse person. We used to have horses and whatever. I remember when I was younger and like she heard that horse porn existed, and her only response was, "I love horses, but I'm not in love with horses." It's if someone couldn't lust after a horse or an animal.
I mean, you're proving that wrong, man.
Welcome to Animal Lust Simulator. No, we can't go down that road.
Oh.
Yeah, do
is a
not
little too
Google
much.
anything you heard in the past
A
like
little too
3
much.
minutes. Do not Google anything. I don't do it.
Yeah.
But yes, Steam Link is great. I think I might buy one, just to fuck with it and see how it is. It might be one of the things I buy and never use. I mean, my computer's close enough to my bed, but like it's not like it would just be a little bit better. I mean, I bought a PS4 and haven't really touched it. I played 32 minutes of Destiny.
PS4, I'm
Yeah.
getting mine soon.
Yeah. Oh, are you really? Can we play Destiny together?
Yeah, that's why I'm buying it.
Oh my God, we can make our own Destiny. What do people say? Oh, you become legend, right? That's their campaign.
Stop.
Become legendary, or is that one of them is the League of Legends stuff, and the other one is Destiny, and it's so fucking confusing. I never know which is which. God damn. So Fats, when that happens, we're gonna play.
Sure.
Big
Sure.
Daddy Fuckboy is a PS4 too. We should all play Destiny.
Ew,
I got-
why
I
you
got
guys play
ro-
Destiny though?
The saddest story of my life is since I was in the rock band thing at TwitchCon, which Smatter obviously didn't go to.
How is that obvious?
They sent me a free guitar and Rock Band 4 copy for the system of my choice.
Oh, you chose
And my-
PS4?
No,
Oh, you didn't.
I have it on Xbox. And all my friends-
What?
ever since I started streaming it, everybody, all the friends of mine who are like, "Oh, I think I would want to get this game." I'm like, cool, you guys should on PS4. Well, I'm assed out now.
Oh my
I had to
god.
get it on Xbox because I have all my old DLC tied to my Xbox Live.
No,
account.
I get it. Like, and that's how they're cashing in on it.
That is the only way.
Someone in the chat says, "How much can I sell my gold PS4 from Taco Bell for?" Are they actually worth money? That like promotion? I doubt it. Right?
Mm.
I've got the all white one, the Destiny one. No jokes, both of you.
Oh, white one. God damn
There it is.
I saw where this was going. I was
Yeah.
wondering why me and Fats were here.
Uh.
Yes, master.
Yeah, no.
What is thy bidding?
No, guys, please, you don't need to call attention to the fact that I've paid for you both, but like it's supposed to be seamless. So please let's get it together.
Ooh, speaking of new stuff, I got this.
What is that? What are you holding up?
If you are looking at the screen, if you're unable to, excuse me, if you're in a car, in the grocery line, getting stabbed
Holding
by
that baguette.
your underboob sweat-having boss. While I was at TwitchCon, I got a black little metal card from Epic Games, the guys who
Oh,
made
don't talk to me about that,
the
dude.
guys who made Gears of War
What did you get?
and Unreal Tournament, and
You know that's the thing they were hiring for, right? Like
they were hiring for this thing.
they were hiring competitive QA testers,
Uh
and like I was like one of their top picks,
huh.
but they didn't want to go through getting me a visa, so they didn't pick me.
Wait,
So
what is
it's
it? What is the
Canadian.
thing?
But
What's in the box?
Nobody knows what the thing is.
Oh.
Fats, I know what it is. I'm not
Shit.
sure if I can say it
No,
out
don't.
loud though. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I'll put it in.
Don't tell me. We'll
Skype.
talk later. We'll
Don't
talk
put it in
Okay.
Skype. Put it in Mumble so I can also read it.
On the card, it says for virtue. It's kind of backwards because camera.
Yeah.
But for virtue, 21 out of 30. So for some reason, I am
Whoa.
so cool that I have number 21 out of 30. of this.
21.
21. That's the funny part.
I put it in the mumble.
What do we think it is?
I don't know.
I put it in the mumble.
Oh, I was
Okay,
gonna
we get it.
I was gonna try to
Yeah.
jog
It's
some
fine,
discussion,
but
but
we're still
now
gonna have
there
fun.
goes that. I bet it's a
thought
finance
it was
simulator.
Because Epic Games is shooter stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was excited for maybe like a super Unreal Tournament. Like a super Unreal Tournament.
It's-
Super.
The guns
That
are all
would be
projectiles.
fucking awesome.
Oh wow. Any idea on when you're gonna find out what it is? Like when the
Nope. I got no information except for this.
Is that's
card.
metal, that card?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's oh shit. So it's like those like Black American Express cards.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Here's-
ball slapping. Don't do that.
It's likely not going to be for a while because I know they're like
Oh
their
my
their
God.
in-house testing thing is going on right now, but like so like the actual thing's probably
Wow.
not going to be for a while.
How does it feel, Pbat, to know what it is and not get invited to partake, and Fats doesn't know what it is and gets invited?
Because they told they actually went through 3 different interview phases with me because they kept saying like how impressed they were with my answers and like how much experience, like how like I had all the experience they wanted, but I'm fucking Canadian and they didn't want to have to they didn't have the time to get a visa for me, and it sucks.
Get
'Cause
fucked.
I was so looking forward to it. It would have been like the
I should have
greatest thing.
signed the.
Wait, what do they
God,
need a
easy.
visa? What do you need a visa for?
Well, because technically
work.
they would fly. They were.
Oh, it'd be for
finance
work.
the
You're
States.
gonna work with them?
Well, yeah,
Fats?
they were they were asking me to fly out to the States for 6 months.
Don't call it
do
the
one of
States,
their-
please.
Okay, to the U.S.
No, to God's country.
Okay.
Thank you.
They wanted me to fly out to God's country for 6 months. They were gonna pay for my housing. Like it was like,
It was for work.
oh God! But then they just didn't want to do a visa, and it sucks. I think it mostly
Oh
sucks. 'cause
man.
They told me how like good of a candidate I was and how perfect I was for it,
Yeah.
and I couldn't because I'm stupid Canadian.
Yeah, they just like built you up and then knocked you down. They really blue balled you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pbat.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's your fault living in Canada, the shittiest place. Are you gonna move to the United States yet? You gonna come move into New York with me?
Fucking, if you can adopt me, yeah.
No, we're gonna have room. My mother rents rooms
Can your mother adopt me?
in the house. She'd love you. You're half white, right? So that's.
She'll half love you.
Yeah, no. Actually, no. My mother doesn't care. She's wonderful.
Yeah, not you.
Oh, goddamn. I'm excited. For whatever this will be. I'm weary of Epic. In general, I'm not thrilled with all their games. God damn it, my cat just knocked more shit over.
I yell at Zach.
Yeah, good old Zach. All right, moving on. Speaking of things that are gonna like piss me the fuck off. Are any of you guys Payday 2 players or Payday 1 players?
Nope.
I played it like twice, but
yeah, I played it when it came out. Me and Purified played with a viewer of ours who power leveled us because we were really bad. We just always lost.
That was my experience with it too. I got power level and I was like, oh, I would like to have played through this, but you heard about the shitstorm?
You
heard about the shitstorm?
Now?
Like they're doing like this like event that's like 10 days long or some shit. And they're literally like releasing like cosmetic items that give stat boosts, and people are fucking losing their minds. Oh, and they're charging for it when they said it was gonna be free. So like entitled assholes on the internet are like, "Fuck you! We deserve this. This is bullshit." Like they didn't know it was like a pay-to-play game with huge amounts of DLC walls.
Well, here's my question: how does that even matter when you can only play 4 people at a time and it's a co-op game?
Wait, what are you saying?
Why does it matter if somebody's able to pay for stats in a co-op based game such as that? Whereas,
I see what you're saying.
If it was like an MMO and all the good items are hidden behind a paywall, I can understand that. Like, I can understand that.
I guess it
Especially
depends on
shipping is free to play. I can understand that. But you're paying for Payday 2, and there's a huge amount of DLC for that game.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-player co-op. Let's rob somebody simulator. How could you even get upset about that?
I mean, assuming you can still complete the high tier content.
Wasn't that the same issue with Evolve, where like you paid like an absurd amount for the game, and then they had like a bunch of classes behind like DLC?
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
How Evolve has it is.
Oh, remember Evolve?
I played it the other day and it was dumb. How Evolve works is there's 4 quote unquote classes, 4 characters you get in the game when it starts. Then you can unlock 4 more by playing. You get, 2 monsters you can play as, and then everything else is DLC.
Yeah, $60 game, right?
So right now there's legit 4 characters per class, and you can only have 2.
2 of them?
Unless you pay for the rest of them.
Oh, that's such bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's 2 extra monsters that you gotta pay for. It's all DLC.
That's awful. But
they're doing that. I can understand why they try to do it. Granted, it was one of the worst launches I've ever experienced because the game sucks. But not necessarily it was a bad launch. It's just a bad game.
Yeah.
It launched exactly how the beta was, and we thought it'd be better.
Yeah. It had like the right elements of a game. It just didn't deliver on any of them.
It was just terrible. I can understand why they're doing the huge amount of DLC is because they want to keep the game alive.
Yeah.
So that further down, hey, look, this is here. Here's a season pass for $1 million. Buy it.
They don't even do season passes.
They do season passes.
They do? Payday does?
No.
Yeah.
I meant Evolve. They had their season 1 pass. They have their season 2 pass now. They're gonna have season 3 whenever the hell next season is. But they're just trying to keep their game alive so that all the work they put into it doesn't die out in the typical game lifespan of 5 months.
Yeah. Evolve is just gonna die though.
Evolve's already dead.
I mean, Evolve. Yeah, it's not even on life support.
They reworked. When I launched it back up during their free weekend, because I already had it, and I was like, all right, I'll play with viewers for this. I launched it back up, and they revamped the system to where instead of you just playing a fun game where you just queue up, like, all right, let's just go through this. It's now ranked.
Everything?
Everything's ranked.
Like how fast I can click through the menus?
No.
Show off my big monster dick.
You play 10 qualifier matches, and then if you try and play alone, which you shouldn't because it's one of those types of games, try and play alone, you'll have an MMR that they'll team you with people around your MMR. That's understandable. That makes sense.
That's shit.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how it works anyway. Like, a lot of games, for example, League of Legends, if you play casual, like, there's still, like, a hidden MMR. Yeah, but I mean,
this one's just up front and tells you it.
Yeah.
Like, when I first launched it up, I was like, all right, I'm going to just jump in a game real fast and not worry about anything. Then it's like, your qualifying matches are now. And I'm like...
And you were at the top of the leaderboards at one point, too, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, you have nothing historical that indicates what you might be.
I was really good at the game when it first came out. I played it for a week because that's as long as it kept my attention.
Played.
No, because at the end of that week, I found out how they did leaderboards, and it was based on your wins.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
And that was just trash to me because not only was I always winning my matches when I played as the medic character Val, but I always over like quadrupled the average stat. Because at the end of every match, it tells you, you did this much healing with this. The average is 5, and you did 400. I'm like, all right, I should be the best, because I am. But going off wins is a waste of my time.
You think maybe they made it like a race issue, and that's why you couldn't?
Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It could be, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
There's some like really disgruntled guy in the Evolve team, like fuck that guy, fuck him, he's beating my averages. It's like the fucking Riddler in the Batman game, just like insulting your intelligence. Like, how could you beat my challenges?
Spooky ghosties.
Yup. So the thing is, with Overkill and Payday, the thing they did that also pissed people off is like when they like the game was available for pre-order, they were like promising we'll never do microtransactions. We're super cool, and they rode that fanfare. Reddit got on that train and blew it up. And the game was fun. I remember playing it. It's like you have to play it with friends. If you don't play it with friends, just don't play it at all. Because it's kind of fun to fuck around and do stupid things and have goofy masks. But it was good. And like, it seems to like they're struggling. And like, it's their only game, right? So they got to keep it going. And it's sad that like you see games kind of like, live long enough to see themselves become the villain. Like, it's like that's literally what happens. Poor Overkill. I mean, like they're not going to make another Payday. They've got that engine that they rebuilt, and they're like, okay, this is going to be our platform. Yeah. But they're just not hitting it. Speaking of bad,
that's what happens. Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. Well, because like, I mean, maybe they made enough money at first, and it's fine, and whoever invested them was a good investment, right? Yeah. But like, because like there's like kids who are always gonna like have their parents' credit card, buy a bunch of DLC. Same reason why mobile games are a thing. And I hate that they consider themselves gamers. Like, we're gamers too. We fucking match colored blocks. Like, sure, yeah, but like you can't be used for like any sort of data. Like you can't say like this percentage of gamers and then include everyone who's got a fucking cell phone. Yeah, because that's fucking horse shit. But speaking of bad things, Humble Bundle recently laid off a bunch of people because they were not doing as well as they might have thought. And we talk about game launches. If you recall the original Humble Bundle, people got excited because it's like, holy shit, I can pay whatever the fuck I want. This is amazing. Fucking 2 cents. And they had good games in there. But now that like that formula's gone stale, they're like desperate. They release a bundle every week. They release a bundle every time I fart. Like
every week?
Yeah, every once a week.
There's a lot of build up, bro.
Actually, my mother says girls only fart on Christmas on their birthdays, and I caught her once and I said happy birthday. It was near Thanksgiving.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, you couldn't wait 1 month, Ma. But they're laying off people because like that formula is just getting old, and like as a result, the new flavor of the month is let's do early access bullshit, right? I mean, didn't you kind of try to do that, Pbat?
With what?
Harmonic Crusade.
Early access? No.
I mean, was it? Oh, wait, no.
I mean, there was a free demo.
Oh.
It wasn't like an early access thing.
Oh, I just tried to insult you and I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, you were wrong. Now you just look like a goddamn fool.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a real fat fucking sweaty nerd.
Underboob.
Yeah, underboob. Yeah, can we retitle the podcast "Fat Fucking Sweaty Nerds"? Just fucking.
For you who don't follow Smash Bros, listening out there in this world, there is a player, TSM0, plays for Team Solo Mid, Smash 4 player, who was on a 50 tournament win streak.
Holy shit!
And that has just ended.
Who took him down?
5 seconds ago. Nairo.
Nairo, our very own.
That's the homie.
Little baby Nairo.
I feel like we know him.
Him.
Yeah.
Just taking out
we do, but...
TSM0 at the MLG New Orleans.
Oh,
MLG number 100. So
celebration.
Pretty big day for the homeboy.
That is wonderful.
I'm excited.
And isn't Zero kind of like a dick? Like, isn't he kind of like high on his horse?
Wrong.
I don't think he's a dick. He's
incorrect.
I think people just kind of blow.
As somebody who knows him.
I don't know him at all, and I've only ever heard that.
And the answer is no.
Public perception is completely different from the person. For example,
public perception of Zero is like I'm saying, he's a great guy. It's just when you're big enough in a scene, you have a lot of dick riders who try and talk for you.
Yep.
And that's wrong.
I wish Brandon were here to talk about that.
Well, DM doesn't have dick writers to talk for him because he'll talk for himself.
He talks
Oh,
for
yeah.
himself. Yeah.
And they just repeat every word he says.
It's like Brandon's either you love him or you want to drive a stake through his heart. Like that's like public perception. But most people do like him, and anyone who's ever like met him like gets it. Like he's a great dude. So I apologize for insulting Zero without having heard anything. I was being the bad guy, Fats. I'm sorry. I was being a bitch. I was listening to gossip and rumor, and here I am, in my fucking hole. I hope you're both happy. So Pbat, I understand you're working on a game now.
Yeah. Well, we're working on 3 games. The team, like the team overall, is working on 2 different games, and I'm just working on one, basically as like a kind of spare time project kind of thing with chat. I've been streaming a lot of it, so yeah, that's kind of.
I haven't seen it at all. I always see you streaming, and I'm like, oh, it's not a game.
It's not a game. It's some shit. I'm not gonna watch.
It's like people tuning into this, like this isn't a game.
It's a lot of fun, and I think the biggest thing is the fact that I'm doing it with chat and like streaming it is.
Yeah, I know that to be a part of the process.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a lot of fun so far, but yeah.
It's good use of the platform.
Exactly.
Like it's all about interactivity, unlike us who doesn't interact with the chat that much. Sorry guys, it's for download. Not yet on iTunes. Sorry, they keep rejecting it.
They rejected it?
Once no, cause it was an issue with the image. I put out it wasn't the right size and everything. And
yeah.
Nah, but it is available in other places. And if you're listening in line at the grocery store, you already know that, or you're watching the Twitch VOD in the future. It's kind of weird talking about something that's happening like in the past, but in the future because I haven't recorded it yet.
Mindfuck.
So what type of game is the one you're working on exactly?
The one I'm working on?
Yeah, the one you're streaming.
RPG.
RPG? Are you doing it in an RPG Maker?
No.
Or are you taking pieces of paper like under a camera and moving them around?
Like, yeah. I'm like doing each individual frame and then I'm like pasting them all into like code and like people can like it switches frames. There's gonna be millions of them.
It's like South Park's first couple episodes, right?
Yeah, basically.
Dude, that's so cool. You're so handy.
Thanks, man. You know.
What's it called?
We don't have a name for it yet, but it's like it's kind of like So we took a lot of pages from Majora's Mask. Like, you know, like you have like the different masks that like let you get into different areas or whatever. Well, it's like
oh, like Payday, right?
All right.
Can you promise no microtransactions right now? Can you promise
microtransactions?
No microtransactions. Pbat. October 18th, 2015. We will not have microtransactions. Oh, I cannot wait to fucking cut this piece of audio or video together and post it to your fucking Facebook, which you never check, by the way. Every day.
I don't use my Facebook.
I know. It's such a weird
number. Just text me.
I know, but you're always asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you saying?
No, so like, you play as a ghost, right? Which like wakes up in this graveyard, and the biggest mechanic about the game is like you learn different emotions, and you can actually change your face based on that, right? So like, right now you like spawn inside of a graveyard, and you can actually go up to the tree. And you know, like a text box pop up and say like, you try and climb up the tree, but you have no hands, and your ghost becomes sad. So like you learn the sad emotion. So the face on your ghost like visually changes to a sad face, and you know, it'll have certain impacts on dialogue with certain characters. You move slower, and you know, things like that. So like emotions and the different faces you use are gonna play a big part.
So is the emotion changing thing like a constant mechanic, like you could swap through them, or is it just like are there very defined moments in the game when you change emotions?
Well, there are defined moments where you like instantly learn an emotion, but once you've learned it, you can swap it out, or you can change to that and like back and forth whenever, like on the fly through a menu. So.
Are you gonna do more complex emotions?
Yeah. There's gonna be
because sad is pretty broad.
Yeah, there's going to be basics like sad, happy, angry, yada yada. But it's not necessarily just emotions. It could be like faces in general. So you could like switch like a dog face or like a clown.
Dog
so like
face.
if there's a certain character who's like terrified of clowns, you can like switch to the clown face. But like, you know, things like that. Like there's not necessarily the game's going to be called Dog.
Can I give feedback? Don't call them don't yeah, like you fucking like see a dog and you learn dog face emotion.
It has to be dog face.
Yeah, it's just like a nonsense emotion. That'd be wonderful. I was gonna say you should take this feedback here. Please do not call the emotions happy, sad. Call them joy, like sadness. Like use nouns. Don't use adjectives. And I swear to God, if you're fucking inconsistent and one of them's happy and one of them's mad, like you'd say angry. You know, you wouldn't say.
It better be dog face.
Yeah,
dog face, bro.
And it shouldn't be dog face. It should just be dog.
No, it has to be
it's gotta
Dogface.
be Dogface. It has to be Dogface now.
That's what you should call the game.
Dogface. And
Dogface ghosts.
The Dogface is just like one very, very small fraction of it, but it's still called Dogface because Dogface.
God. All right. I think that's about it for this episode. But before we close it up,
wait, I have a question.
Oh,
this
you do?
Really easy.
Okay.
This one's really easy.
Yeah, I was gonna let you take it.
So.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
So, there's would you rather? And this one's very straightforward. Would you rather?
Fats is making a face.
This is I got this from one viewer in my chat. Shout out to Venusat. Would you rather sentence one innocent person to death, or let 10 guilty people off who have committed terrible crimes scot-free?
What?
So would you rather sentence one innocent person to death who you know is absolutely innocent, they did not commit any crime, or let 10 guilty people off scot-free who have committed terrible crimes?
Like how heinous are these? Are these Hitlers?
No, not
Are
maybe
these
not like,
Hitlers?
Are they like
maybe not
mentally
like
unstable?
Hitlers, but they have caused great harm to other people, in whatever way.
Okay. I think I definitely let the guilty people go away. I have relatives in prison. We've gone through this. I'm all about letting people out of prisons. And that's why I will not vote for Hillary, because we all supposed to love her, but her and Bill, man, made the prisons, like, so full. Anyway, yes, I'll absolutely let 10
Political simulator.
Yeah, political simulator. I'd rather let fucking 10 fat fucking sweaty ass murderers out than one fucking fat fucking sweaty innocent guy.
But you'd be okay knowing that like one day they might commit the same crime. And
Yeah,
somebody
but
else
like
might get
they're
hurt.
just as likely to fucking
Yeah,
start
yeah.
a fucking jelly canning business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're just
I
like
couldn't even find the words.
I couldn't. It's just like they like the thing is like they have like I'm always of the mindset that people can change unless they're mentally unstable, which is why I asked that question.
Yeah, yeah.
But truly heinous people are unstable and they don't feel anything.
Mhm.
But you know, I'm
Good.
fine with that. Like they can open up a nice breakfast place that I might like. So,
Fair. Okay.
and the innocent person's not guaranteed to fucking cure cancer. It could just be an orphan, you know. Like,
Okay. Fair. Yeah.
Fats, what are you doing?
I'm cutting my or itching my
No,
subscribe.
the hypothetical, damn it!
Hypothetical.
No,
I don't wanna
I'm
know.
letting them out. I'm letting them out. I was letting the
Alright.
people in the podcast know that I'm scratching my face.
I've been
Alright,
scratching
well-
my face the whole time, man.
This
And I'm
podcast
also
got 10
freeing
times
the demonic killers, if I may.
All right.
Because they did things. They did their crimes. They're not gonna do the times, but if they try and do it again, I'll find another word that rhymes.
Oh,
Bars.
Fair.
I thought we'd get
Alright.
through one podcast with the two of you without a rap, and there it
Little
is.
Rap, but hey, black people, you know how that is.
You know how we do this thing here, buddy?
Oh god.
Squad.
Squid.
Maybe we'll do one episode where we just rap for an hour.
We have to
No,
rhyme.
it's gonna be raps.
It's gonna be raps,
You
yeah.
guys stop with the raps.
Yeah, please, no raps. Just like I want to do one episode where it's just all of us eating and not talking. Like for an hour straight. Like if we ever laugh, it's like over. It has to be so serious.
No raps allowed.
Right, but that won't really translate well to podcast form. But like the people who download it, like, oh, cool, new episode, and they're gonna like in line at the grocery store, and they'll be like, what the fuck? This isn't helping.
People are eating. Now I know what I need to eat.
Or like they're getting busy with their significant other, whose gender I will not identify because I'm open to these types of things. And just like it comes on, it's a noise like, and
That
then
is
like
foul.
just like kills the mood.
Hate that sound.
Ugh. Alright, that is it, folks. That is it for episode 3 of Podcast Simulator. If you like what you saw, we'll be back next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That is every Sunday, right here on my channel. We can also download this. It's on SoundCloud right now. I can distribute it to some podcast apps. It should be appearing there, iTunes soon, I promise. Blizzard, please give us Overwatch beta access on the 27th. I will do absolutely anything. And follow us on Twitter. I'm at JuiceMatter. Pbat's at PaperbatVG, and Fats is at Zoofats, Z-U-F-A-T-S, like Zubat, but fat.
Yay.
Alright? Peace, boys. We'll
Bye,
see you
buddy.
next
Peace.
week.
Deuces.
Hopefully with our other white people.